has a new love, an important love. She's going to be 50 the end of May, and her new love is like a day or two apart, same year, same month.
Yeah.
So they're going to be 50 years old the end of May. I'm going to go there for their birthday. They are getting tight. He's from Israel,
Oh,
and he is a rabbi.
interesting. Yes.
And he was her rabbi when she became interested in Judaism after her first visit with us over the High Holy Days in 2014. She went back to South Africa and started looking for Jewish congregations to affiliate with. She couldn't find any that were really welcoming to Black South Africans.
Yeah.
Until a friend of mine was traveling to South Africa, meeting up with a friend of hers who belonged to a congregation about 45 minutes away from where Sapile lives. Anyway, she took Sapile, and they welcomed her, and that became her congregation, and that was her rabbi. And
They fell in love.
and only after he left the congregation, they have fallen in love.
Is she the one that had the Baha'i friend?
Yes, yes.
And what was the name of that family again?
The friend, who was that?
Was a doctor, wasn't it, or what was it?
Maybe. I have it somewhere in my phone.
I know you had what, lunch with them?
I have photos too. I could show you
Oh
photos.
yeah, send me a photo.
Did I show you photos of that?
That would be fun to see. Yeah.
That'd be
Well,
fun.
do it when home.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
One man, I said, do you mind if I take some,
Yeah.
a number of pictures of your face, because I really like your face.
Yeah.
He's a very intelligent man.
You
They
know.
were a lovely family.
Well, I'm so happy to hear that because, South Africa, was it in Joburg?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, as you said, overall the Baha'i community, just like the Jewish community, is very well educated. And it's important, to have have education, especially today for women to be educated,
yeah.
right? So we need to
Yeah.
really raise that standard
Right.
of girls' education. So
Because it's up to the women.
it is up
Turn
to
everything
we are the one that are going to end war, but we need to have equal decision-making powers, which we don't.
Yeah.
So we have a few, we had Merkel and, Goldman, we had a few, but
Some
it's
good
just
ones and some bad
not
ones.
in-
some
but
good
not-
ones and some not so good ones.
not enough. So,
Yeah, not enough.
so what are you going to do with your exhibit on the pictures? You're going to bring them to a gallery or what?
Oh, these are gonna go up at the University Friends Meeting House.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and they'll be up from mid-January to. We're hanging the exhibit on Wednesday, and next Wednesday, and yeah, so they'll be up through March. So
We loved
10
having
weeks.
them. Our visitors really enjoyed them.
Oh, good.
Because we have an exhibit there on genocide, as you know, on the right side.
Yes.
So it was just a perfect match, for the
Yeah,
overall
yeah.
story.
Was
And
there much curiosity? What did people?
where people felt just extremely troubled, the fact that children 18 and under, had to express their emotions through the arts, which is what children do.
Right.
And through their storytelling.
Yeah.
And of course, now that you are in Cairo with them in Egypt, and you just visited there, how did that visit go?
In Cairo.
Yeah.
It was, it was kind of all over the place, as it always is. We had some trauma, and of course, but the grandmother got sick, the grandfather got sick. He's now
Ooh.
diagnosed with cancer.
Oh.
So there's within the family issues, and also the children's center that when I arrived, they were just opening up a
Yeah.
new children's center that was going to be funded for a whole year's of rent.
Nice.
They equipped it, they created it, they painted it. A couple from the UK who was affiliated with the Palestine Support Agency, but it turned out that I don't remember what I told you or not, anyway, that it turned out they were suspicious and were using the families child center as a doorway to meet after hours with their religious, because they had the facial hair design, that particular, like the Muslim Brotherhood or something, that was going to get the family in big trouble if it was ever known that the family had any affiliation in space, time, or relationship or anything with the Muslim Brotherhood, because the Egyptian government, is imprisoning them. So it was like,
Oh, this was in Egypt.
this was in Egypt. This was in Cairo.
Right, we're
So as
talking
soon as
Cairo.
because what they did was we were open for 2 weeks. We were bringing in the
And then they
orphan
closed
children,
it.
and then they say, we'd like a key to your center. Why do you want a key to our center? Well, so that we can go in when you're finished and we can have meetings there. What kind of meetings are you having there? Is this center for us or is it for you? Who's this for? So we weren't going to give them a key to use when we're not there. It's our space. It's our rental. You don't let someone
Yeah,
in who you're renting. We're renting.
course
It's
you
our
don't.
space. So they wouldn't. We said, hey, if you need to have a meeting there, give us a call. We live not far. We'll come over. We'll open the door, have
Yeah.
your meeting, and then you'll say goodbye and da-da.
Yeah.
No, we want a key. No, you're not going to get a key. Well, then we're not going to support you for a year, and you can just bag it all up, and you can't teach the children anymore. So that was it. Like, we were open for 2.5 weeks, and then we had to shut down, and there's all these children who were loving coming. We had this big thing.
So
full
did
of
you
all
get a
of
new
us.
place?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
It's up and running and very successful. And
It's meant to be like that then, I guess.
yeah, because now this is ours, and we don't have to.
Yeah, yeah. So
but
that's
I'm paying
cool.
the rent as opposed to.
That's so much better.
So,
But you're doing such
yeah.
great work,
But
Deborah.
I did raise recently $1,000 to be able to pay every volunteer teacher $100 which is a lot, because they were just volunteering their time, and for them to get
That's how we do it
$100,
in
that's like
Africa.
$500,
Everybody is free
right?
there too. We don't get we gave them room and board, including the doctor. That's it, room and board, no wages. And in order to sustain
Is it a
some,
residential school, or what is this? What
it's
is
an
this?
academy, it's a museum, it's a theater, it's a hospital, it's a vegetable garden, it's a house of
Oh, it's a whole
devotions
place.
for 1,000 people.
And
It's
this is in
Cameroon.
Oh.
It has a soccer field, it has a basketball field, it's a golf course. It's unbelievable.
And how is it funded?
That's a good question. We own it
Okay, so you bought the land and you built the property on it.
for $400. We bought those 10 acres,
$400, you bought 10 acres.
and we have 50 acres of wheat farm and 50 acres of woodland on the lake.
Oh my God.
We have a water tower
How
for
is it so
drinking
cheap?
water. You know,
Wait, now was it was it occupied
it
by-
was nothing there, no roads, no nothing. It was just
Nothing.
wild, and next to the woods.
So then you had to build all the buildings.
Everything that, but buildings, we had to put in the roads, we had to dig up everything. We did.
And were you there for much of that?
I have done it for my armchair at home or sitting right here. I've never been to Africa. I've been to 65 countries, never been to Africa. It was just it just didn't come up on my
But you were
humanity.
doing this project there.
I know it's because I formed relationships
Right.
and relationships with the mayor, who's Sunni. I'm a Baha'i, and then we have the Catholic nuns helping,
Uh-huh.
and the city hall supporting, the museum association, and the capital is supporting. We formed friendships.
Okay, right. Well, I have a coach now.
Yeah.
I just aligned myself up with this wonderful woman, and
It's good,
and
good to have.
I'm gonna and she's gonna help coach me how to be effective and do my team and find this because I'm just one person right now.
Yeah.
And it's like,
That's a
I can't
problem.
do
You know,
this.
this is a problem. And
I need
funders,
a team.
funders will not give money to individuals. They give
Right.
money to teams.
Yeah, right.
Checks and
Right,
balances.
right.
So
exactly.
you're wise to
Now I
do
collect
that.
a little here, a little there, a little here. But
I
I'm
know.
going broke.
It's angel money, right? I know.
Yeah.
But it's all part of how we work it, right?
Now I have to go visit one of my dear ones who I told him I'd be there at 2:00. So